We here. We have corkboard. We needed music. Gosh dang it. Every time I tried book writing recently, I've gotten a phone call. This is weird. Anyways, we here. Corkboard theme may not stay. No green screen, so I don't know. Like, yeah. It's just filtering out my background for some reason. Desk, book, quill for writing. It's small. I'm a ways back. Woo. Music. That's what I was doing. Not wasting money on MTG Jumpstart. That's not something I would do ever. Different computer. I don't have an ending soon scene yet. I want that to be... I don't know what I want that to be yet. I feel like the corkboard works for this. I do want to switch the starting soon and the please hold. Please hold, I think, is actually good as it is. I think starting soon should be a closed book on the front side. So this should be different. But this works. Because if I'm doing please hold because of... I'm doing something private on the computer that doesn't need to be seen. Chat can still be going up on this. And then... please hold. And then if I leave, please hold is still there. And I can just simply turn the webcam off. If I'm doing everything's private stuff. This computer shouldn't die on me because it's a new computer. I was trying to get files. I barely got text-to-speech code before the other computer died. I ejected the flash drive and then dead. And I'm like, this was good timing. Also, text-to-speech is on for everyone. Should be. Sea of Thieves should be tomorrow? And then D&D the next day? I have no guests for Sea of Thieves. No one wants to play ever. I'm waiting for ad time to go through them before I get started. This is more like a... I can make my hand disappear. You can't see... Oh, wait. You can't see... My hand just disappears. Woo. I'm easily distracted. We got prologue outline, potential outlines. Let me grab my glasses. With the glasses, I look so dumb. This is not a good look with the glasses. Without the glasses, it's fine-ish. Once I put glasses on, I look so dumb. I might have to trim the beard. That might be a thing. 5-second delay. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, just making sure. Chapter 1 outline. The dog.
Stream Elements says, General underscore Amos is now live. Streaming writing and reading, book writing with chat.
That was delayed. Holy heck fire. Okay. Bonding time with the... dated dog. Okay, something... Maybe? Maybe we do this? It establishes even without the parasite, Max could step in and try something, probably lose. And then... no question mark. This is an option. Compost. How do you... that's close enough, I think. I made cookies yesterday. They're falling apart. Also, I shouldn't be eating as many as I have. This would make 2. I should have stopped at 1. Who is... Discord's recommending me people I don't know. Okay, I'm distracted. No, it's gonna be somewhere on his hand. Blah 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 blah. The music is really loud for me, but it looks pretty quiet for you guys. If I start playing around with this, that doesn't affect you guys. Okay. So I'm gonna make it a more comfortable volume for me then. Oh, shoot, I'm gonna have to change all the settings again in every game I plan on streaming. Bald spot? Am I going bald? I might have to just completely shave this. No! It might not be. I might be crazy. Do 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 do. I am realizing we don't need. There's a lot of unused space with how I've set this up. I can get rid of that. Oh, yay. That makes things so much better. So then I can zoom in a little bit more and make it easier to show what I'm writing. Okay, wait, I'm gonna play this out more like a... Two... Three... I don't know how on his own the thing would work out, but...
The Dark Spartan 5 says, Airball.
No, you see, Did you hear what I was saying? Did you just pop in at the perfect time to just say that after I'm like... Something...
Spartan 5 says, no.
I'm moving in a certain way and then... Hey there, baddie. Oh, Baldy. It's not bald, it's not even that short. It's longer than it was last time I did this.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, I mean, you might be a bad too.
Maybe.
The Dark Spartan 5 says,
'Cause I pointed out that there's a spot that if I moved my head just right on camera, it looks bald, but I'm feeling it now and it's not actually.
Arcane Duke 922 says, now you look like a dwarf.
You look like a dwarf. Bald.
Spartan 5 says, bald. The Dark Spartan 5 says, Pupimlum, 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 Pupimlum.
No. No. I would say I shouldn't have done the web, but you two would have seen it anyways. It's not even bald.
Duke 922 says, Jetpo cry Pupimlum.
Bald would be no hair. There is hair.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, yeah well see you Sunday.
Exactly. And then you're gonna yell bald. Then too, I bet. When it's actually like, how long is this?
Arcane Duke 922.
More than half an inch.
Yes.
Yes. And come March, I might have to shave it shorter. By that point, it's gonna have grown out a little bit since then, so. I think the two that we're actually gonna go with from here, I don't like this one at all. I haven't even written it and I don't like it. I don't like this one that much. We have some of what the dog looks like. What the dog doing?
Says, what did dog doing?
Running.
Lethal Rubbish says,
You've got to be kidding me.
oh my goodness you are bald.
Oh, it's not bald. Bald is no hair. There is still hair here. This would be shaven, and even then, it's still not shaven. It's not bald. I can go and I can shave this more. I can make it bald. Still wouldn't even be bald because bald is not growing. It could be shorter. I can make it shorter.
Arcane Duke 922 says, he is not winning.
He lost the...
Battle versus the lawnmower. The Dark Spartan 5 says, loud up. The Dark Spartan 5 says, burn.
You just show up and start insulting my hair. It's not bald. Shaven. There's a difference. You guys did this last year too. Last I cut it shorter than this. I lost my 1 inch cut thing, so I went with the biggest one I had.
Lethal Rubbish says, bald, shaven. What's the difference?
Bald is a natural loss, while shaven is you've cut it. Also, bald is no hair, shaven there is still hair there because it's grown back. Like, this is not short enough to be bald, there is still hair. Um, um, looking for. So he's gonna. I. I'm conflicted. See, this is work in progress. I'm not going to use both of these. I'm going to use one of them. Actually, I might use both. I might use. I might do this, then this, or then this, then this. That actually is something that we could do. Both? Or I feel like work than dog, based on what I have here so far, works a bit better.
Arcane Duke 922 says, 4.
You agreeing with me on 4? So we do the, he's at work, he's doing what he does to make money. And then takes the dog out.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, 8.
We do 4 twice. I'm interpreting it 8 as we do 4 twice.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, 98.
98.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, 99.
Um,
Spartan 5 says, 5883-058-6466.
okay, I'm not doing the math. I was about to start doing math, and then no, I'm not doing the math. Actually, what I might do is I might turn this down here.
Dark Spartan 5 says, 5.
Max is caught in the drama.
This many times.
Max is caught in the
The Dark Spartan 5 says, bad.
Yeah, mods get him. Actually, I can get him.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, I'm not a mod.
I know you're not a mod. If Bats was here, you're VIP. You get all the privileges that a mod gets without any of the responsibility. So you can bypass my spam filters.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, LOL.
You can bypass spam filters. I think you can post links now. I don't know. I've not seen you try. You can get past censored words. I don't know how this guy did because he said a word I don't allow. I think he might have done stream spacebo to get past my filter.
The Dark Spartan 5 says,
Yep.
https://w.
That worked.
twitch.tv/general_amos.
So yeah, you have all the privileges of a mod with none of the responsibility.
5 says, did it work? The Dark Spartan 5 says, LOL.
Now, how are we talking with this? Because technology does seem to like come round back, and it could be like a old vinyl player that's not actually, because I still make them to this day. I have one. I don't know why I have one, but I have one. This is the second play. No, I did have it set up in the old apartment, didn't I?
The Dark Spartan 5 says, grenades, lots of grenades.
Grenades. No, I'm putting that in as a potential thing. Old music, and then we start writing songs like that. Sounds like they could be songs for the book. About about the previously mentioned war and the travel to the moon.
Arcane Duke 922 says, where would he be scrapping that he finds a grenade?
I was imagining that's a good point. I mean, he could be by a river, and then it was like a war zone was fought there, and then it just happened to drop in. Which means it's probably very old and wouldn't do much. If you pull the pin, you let the thing go, you chuck it. But the thing is so old and busted that it doesn't release. Instead, it just fizzles as it tries to let go. Because that's totally how grenades work. That's kind of why I was also like, do I actually want to just randomly grenade?
Arcane Duke 922 says, maybe some kind of power cell that could go boom if done right. The Dark Spartan 5 says, an old warship.
Not warship.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, or military base that's been abandoned. The Dark Spartan 5 says, or. The Dark Spartan 5 says, Space Rednecks.
Space Rednecks. This bit's taking place on Earth. They don't have to be space rednecks. They could just be rednecks.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, okay.
How did I? Because I have to stretch.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, just good old-fashioned rednecks. Arcane Duke 922 says, old military compound sounds like a good option. It could be one of the first places where the parasite mad science tests went down.
It could. But why would he be scrapping there specifically if... Actually, what we could do... So I'm going to do at work. Part 1. The dog. Work part 2.
Arcane Duke 922 says, does Daisy go to work with him?
Sure. I'm having a hard time imagining her not if the rest of the family's already, because this is like skipping. And then we find out more about his backstory later.
Arcane Duke 922 says, see you after ads.
See you after. Oh. Of course, there's ads. Big hot muscular guys. This still only counts as one. The first one I ate on stream. She works out. He works out. Just big hunks, muscular. Would a typewriter have made more sense for the table? I'm curious. I'm gonna have to ask when y'all get back. I don't know when you're gonna get back. What are the ads for? I don't even know if you're back yet or not. Uh-oh.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, ads. The Dark Spartan 5 says, all Z ads.
All the ads.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, AIDS haha.
Children, please.
Arcane Duke 922 says, one was of a Wizard of Us thing.
Okay.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, father. The Dark Spartan 5 says, Father Amos.
What? 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 Can't you see we're busy?
The Dark Spartan 5 says, Pope Amos.
I don't... I am so confused on what you're talking about. If your goal is to confuse me, congratulations. You've succeeded. Oh.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, you said calm children at.
Yeah, okay. I did not mean like Pope type father. Okay. I guess it still works, but that's not quite what I was going for. Father, actually, yeah, that makes sense if you think about like Dad, son. And you went and like I should have picked up on it then. I just forgot I said calm children because I got so used to saying it. Because
Arcane Duke 922 says, Daddy.
please no. I've now had an idea. And I don't like the idea, so I'm not going to say it. No! I still have the image. No, I don't. I don't have the image. It was on the other computer that died. I forgot to get that file off. I got the important things off. As you can see here. I feel like this would make sense. This could be where he finds the grenades. Do we have the... Hold on. Do we have the shark in this old base? Like, it was that recent? That's something we could do.
Arcane Duke 922 says, experimentation.
Expire. I put explanation. Okay.
Arcane Duke 922 says, experimentation.
Yep, there we go. Before I have this published, I would likely need somebody to read through it first. Make sure I put the correct words and not like... say I wanted to say... Sad boy, right? I'm gonna do this down here. I wanted to just say sad boy. Instead I said sad boy.
Says, noise goes.
Noise goes. Not I. Because I'd probably make a mistake like this at some point as well. Where it's sad boy becomes sad boy.
Arcane Duke 922 says, you were asking about the shark?
Yes, I was wondering if we could put the shark in like how recent it was. Just like this is the one that brought the shark to. And if so, is the shark still alive? Okay. Scratch, is the shark still alive? The answer's gonna be yes, because of that I wanted this book to end.
Arcane Duke 922 says, near the ocean?
I'm imagining it being a coastal city, yes. I don't know why, but I'm imagining Boston for some reason. Like everything that's going through my head and picturing...
Arcane Duke 922 says, sure.
I might start throwing in New England slang at some point, like in the actual chapter, right down in the dialogue. Max may very well be a Boston boy.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, wicked man.
Yeah, he knows what I'm talking about. That's wicked cool. Which I didn't realize it was a New England thing until I real quick. Dunkin'. Boston cream.
Get my Dunkin' and Boston cream.
Yep. I'm laughing too much, I can't do the bit. So about here in my slides. Didn't go over to get the... What's it? I don't even remember what it was.
5 says, LOL.
I don't even remember what the thing, how it went.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, just chill man.
Just chill, man. Oh, this isn't the one I was thinking of, but this is actually... I'm gonna throw this up real quick. Image, new image. Meanwhile, in New England, Dakota Dunks won anything. I'm gonna put this here. Just leave it here for now. And to kidnap a New Englander free. Then there's the two Dunkin', like the iced coffee from Dunkin' Donuts and then a hot coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. Wait, hold on, this one's funnier. I'm distracted, but this is too good to not throw up. I feel like this is accurate. Wait. Yep. I'm gonna move that. Stop pulling up New England memes while writing it from this point on. See Boston once again. Now we're from Boston. Yeah, that's fair. I am too distracted. Hold on. I keep finding memes. Okay, no, I'm just gonna close.
Arcane Duke 922 says, Shark.
Yes, shark. Wait, hold on. Did I ever specify what ocean that this takes place? I think I did. Atlantic.
Arcane Duke 922 says, Daisy licks the glass.
Daisy licks the glass. So actually, yeah, everything I keep every time I keep the more I go, the more this is just Boston. So then it swims by and the water by like around it is boiling because the shark itself. Is that what we gave the shark? The heat? Hold on. Yes.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, gets a splinter.
From glass? I mean, yes, that is fair, but if it gets a splinter from the glass, then the glass isn't lasting much longer.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, Arcane Duke will get my reference.
Every once in a while, text-to-speech just throws a word out. That is technically what you said, but it's reading it phonetically and not the way it's actually pronounced. Give me a word that is spelled nothing like how it's pronounced, and see how text-to-speech says it, because that might be hilarious. Hold on, I thought of an idea.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, phenomenon.
It kind of did phenomenon right. This transition doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it should be funny.
General Amos says, Dia dit agaskaktuin failed roemite and praisiak teco.
Nope, the kid it does not do non-English words well. That roughly translates to two ways to translate that. Specifically the Dia Duit. That is the standard hello, but it also translates God to you. And is and then the rest doesn't translate well. It's something about God to you and
Arcane Duke 922 says, Ezio Auditore Differenza.
It did Ezio better than I could. The full name of Ezio better than I could. I still have to. Okay. I need another copy of Vein Ripper. I realized he was an assassin, which means the magic deck I've been working on could really use him. And like actually really utilize him very well. Where is my... There it is. I'm happier with what we have for chapter 1 than I do the prologue. How? Hold on, I need to look up. Without eating. Okay, I need you to specify. Huh. Great whites can actually go months without eating.
Arcane Duke 922 says, parasite could slow metabolism to keep it alive.
That could also work. Um. They can already survive months without eating. As well.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, also I now have the Meat Hook Massacre and the Meat Hook Massacre 2. Arcane Duke 922 says, it could be using heat to create steam explosions to slowly break the tank and get away.
It could, actually, that's a good idea.
Arcane Duke 922 says, Pistol Shrimp Shark. How do I keep misspelling ocean every time I try typing stuff? I'm hearing thump 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 thump. Should I be concerned?
Nah, it's nothing.
Arcane Duke 922 says, Ocean.
Ocean. That's about like it from now on. Oh wait, what if? Hold on. Um. Hold on. I'm going to. We come down here in the characters.
Arcane Duke 922 says, one of the many oceans on planet Earth.
We are going to make. How is it you typed it? There we go. And then we simply go back to this one. He's from the moon. We can just make, wait, hold on. We can just make all moon people talk like that, though. The Earth one is more likely to come up. But yeah, I feel like that kind of fits, though. I don't think that's what you were intending for, but I like the idea. And we're sticking with that.
Arcane Duke 922 says, of course the Omish talk like that Fuba classic.
What if we actually called them Umish? What if they call themselves Umish?
The Dark Spartan 5 says, Attack of the Umish.
Attack of the Umish.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, Raiders of the Lost Umish. The Dark Spartan 5 says, Rise of the Umish.
The more it's said, the funnier it gets to me. And I'm very tempted to call them Umish from this point on. The Moon Group, not the actual Amish.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, all hail Umish lords. Arcane Duke 922 says, Kinder Chocolate ad.
Kinder Chocolate ad.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, Kinder is the name of the Umish leader.
Red Lobster. Claire. Obscure. What? Hold on.
Arcane Duke 922 says, Wizard of Oz.
Okay. I keep eyeing this cookie. I've got one left. Oh, and a small.
Arcane Duke 922 says, Marines.
I'm gonna call them spam risk.
Arcane Duke 922 says, Creation Museum. Arcane Duke 922 says, Makeup.
Makeup. Oh, okay, so
Arcane Duke 922 says, Xbox.
I didn't know you'd like when you said Creation Museum, so I looked it up. And then I saw
Arcane Duke 922 says, Harry Potter and back.
Harry Potter. I have yet to actually finish watching a Harry Potter movie. I fell asleep during the first one, and then haven't gotten to any of the other ones after that. It's a trend for me, I've noticed. When people are trying to get me to, like, force me to watch a movie that I'm not really that interested in watching, I fall asleep during it. Or in the case of How to Train Your Dragon, it was just, I was so exhausted that I just couldn't stay awake. I tried with that one. It was good, the parts I was seeing, but then I was so exhausted I fell asleep. Sorry, Jeff Lewis Plays, but I still haven't finished watching it since then either.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, gay. Arcane Duke 922 says, what he said.
What he said. What other? There was another movie I was trying to watch, then fell asleep during.
Spartan 5 says, Iron mouse HEADBANG 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 iron mouse HEADBANG.
That is so distracting.
ANG drop C1 Fury 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 drop C1 Fury.
That is so distracting.
C1 Fury drop C1 Fury. The Dark Spartan 5 says, "You're welcome."
No, 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 no.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, "Fufirotund, Fufirotund, Fufirotund."
See how quickly I can change my mind on something? I type something, then immediately get rid of it for something else. Dang that stupid cookie. Why did I have to open it and leave it right there? I shouldn't. I shouldn't. I shouldn't. I shouldn't. I shouldn't. There's a cookie. There's a cookie. Right here.
Arcane Duke 922 says, "Squirrel."
No, Torbek. I'm speaking to you in your mind.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, "Another one."
I've done this to you before, don't react. If you offered another cookie, say no. You've had seven already. Torbek, have another cookie. No, don't. Yeah, this one's got extra frosting on it for you. Okay! Yeah, that's convinced me.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, "Lick lick." The Dark Spartan 5 says, "Fufimlum."
I feel like once you flesh this out, this would be like a good chapter 1.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, "BRB."
I really shouldn't have had this cookie. Meteor Sword. When this equipment enters destroy target permanent, each creature gets plus. Equipped creature gets plus 3. Equip cost is 3. It's 7 mana removal. And I can hit anything that is not Hex-proofed. Hold on, does destroy get rid of... I forget. So as long as it's not indestructible and or hexproofed or shrouded, it can get rid of it. Which for 7 mana isn't great. If it was exile, it'd be better. Anyways, why was I sent that? Who even sent that to me? Was Jeff the main villain here? I feel like we called him Jeff.
Arcane Duke 922 says, death to Jeff.
Not yet. That's not until... I have no idea how many chapters this is going to be, honestly. Parasites Unleashed in Controlled Environment by Jeff. It's what... Honestly, this is like the only reasonable thing I have going for this chapter. I don't have any other option for chapter 2. Based on how I keep sitting, I am realizing that the desk overlay that's like above me might not have been the best idea because I keep slinking behind it to think. If I sit up all the time, it's fine. It's just I keep going like this. Like this. I'm not being that blocked by it, I don't think, but I'm still being kind of blocked by it. Because we could technically put off Death of the Dog for a chapter or two, and then make that chapter 2 or not 2, 3 or 4. However, I don't really see the point in doing that besides stalling. So granted, chapter... Oh, I actually do want to flesh out this a bit more. Whoa, I almost fell out of my chair. Oops. Hold on, I will be right back. I gotta use the restroom really super fast. What did I miss? I kind of want Max to be thinking kind of like along these lines. I'm out of cookie. I mean, I don't know how many I made. They were big. I didn't make that many. But because they were big, I shouldn't have had more than one each day. I had more than one each day. What is this? What is it? Okay, I'm distracted, but I just found a setting on this computer I never knew I had. Good, I probably didn't know I had it because this computer's like a day old. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the jersey bit, but I don't know, I kind of like it. We've effectively Not quite 2 pages today. In quotes, because of how it's formatted. But I don't even know what I was looking at that time. I think I'd actually get more done if I wasn't streaming. Because I am like, a part of me is like, try to be entertaining. The other part of me is like, try to get the work done. Another part of me is like, squirrel. So I'd be dropping the trying to be entertaining bit. But this being brainstorming things, I think most of the entertainment comes from the brainstorming bit on everybody's part. I don't really want to start work on chapter 2 today. What I want to do is
Arcane Duke 922 says, from us messing with you.
Okay, yes. So, am I going to call it good on chapter 1's outline? Maybe. I might want to go back and reread what prologue is. I feel like we could potentially move some things around in prologue. But each one of these is a different option. I do think it's interesting having the main lab being used in the Boston area, and then the actual experiments happening in Jersey. That seems a bit weird. Maybe towns down south. That works a bit better, I think. I'm not gonna work on chapter 2 today. Da, 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 da. No. See, sometimes the autogrammar thing is just wrong. Because it's looking for proper grammar, not how people actually talk. And because this is a sentence fragment anyways, it's going to be highlighted in blue because it wants me to add an S, despite the fact what I'm saying actually works better as dog than work. because I'm not putting a full sentence there. If this works on something, then works would be, yes, grammatically correct, and that's what it's trying to get me to do, but I'm not. Yeah, I think this is a good stopping point for the day. We didn't quite get the length I was going for, but... And by that I mean the stream length, but... I think we're at a good stopping point because we are ready to do outline for chapter 2. So... See if these tomorrow, D&D Saturday. Yeah, bonus stream this week. D&D is going to be Saturday. Gasp! I mean, I could take tomorrow off and not stream, but I feel like playing Sea of Thieves. I'm trying to think of a interesting twist to add to it to make it a more engaging stream. So, some Sea of Thieves with a twist. What the twist is, I don't know yet. I'm like going to be thinking about it whilst I eat and then typing things up. Or we can brainstorm that now. Please hold. I'm gonna go please hold, and I have Sea of Thieves bingo somewhere. It is on GitHub. If needed, I do have the link to the GitHub. I dropped my thing. So potentially the bingo. Potentially so potentially the bingo. Potentially doing the Tall Tales and being like full story mode. Which fits what I've got, the new rebranding thing. Me trying to come up with my own story. As like role playing. And sounds like I'm gonna be on my own, so that was gonna be like the most difficult to do. We're playing a guy who's like going around telling random people stories. Might not be the... Well, we can try it. I could also... Fashion Week. We just... Yeah, okay. So, I'll be thinking of ideas. I don't have an ending soon yet. I need to get working on that soon. What I'd like is a credit system so that anybody who's like a subscriber and or gave bits starts rolling through. like the end credits of a thing. Recognition for giving it the stream, but I don't know how to do that. So, so what I'd like to do, actually, that'd be interesting. So I can find a way to like have a book flipping. So it's there's the names, and then if there's like enough flips pages, that might be too complicated, but I might be able to do that. But then again, at the moment, it'd just be Batman Expert 2 to 9, and then occasionally Dark Spartan, the Dark Spartan 5, and then they both fit on one page. So, yeah. I could potentially open book, flipping through like a credit thing. Or I think I'm gonna go in. Nothing in particular besides the planning tomorrow's stream. Tomorrow's stream should be longer than today's. If I do Citizens Bingo and I don't allow myself to end stream until I complete it, that could be quite a long time. I could combine the bingo plus the roleplay as well. Or I could try to figure out what the new story is, because they have introduced new story elements to it from what I can tell. I just don't know what they are. So, anyways. With that being said, I am going to use this opportunity to fix chat to be like, that doesn't line up quite right. Okay, right there actually lines up pretty well. Now that I'm looking at it. This lines up pretty well. Does this one line up? Not really towards the top, but for the most part it does. I keep getting distracted. Bye, everyone. I'll try to figure out the credits thing later. For this stream, there wouldn't have been any, anyways.
Arcane Duke 922 says, bye.
Yep, bye.